Welcome everyone. Happy Tuesday to you all. Mike here, Flying V Cards and Breaks. Welcome to our first break of the week. We are going to be doing our 2006-07 Be a Player Hockey Portrait spot. Oh my goodness! My little guy just got into the room here. Sorry, 1 second. It was locked and he somehow got in. Just one moment. How did you get in here? Daddy locked it. Good times. Sorry, I don't know how. That looks like the lock wasn't completely closed there, and he broke into the room. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Brian. How are you guys doing? So we are doing our 5-box 2006-07 Be a Player Hockey Portraits break. This is a snake draft break. So the way this is going to work is we had 10 spots. The spots have been randomized for a draft order. Once we've gone through all 5 boxes, the draft will begin. So whoever end up in spot 1 will get to pick first, okay? They will get to choose their card first. So the option is you can choose a auto or you can choose a prospect with a relic card. Okay, so either or counts as one pick. So you get the 2, which is the relic and the prospect card, or you can choose a photo. So one of the options is the choice, and then once that's done, then spot 2 goes, spot 3 right through to spot 10. Spot 10 drafts twice, and then we go back in reverse again. And that will be done offline, but yeah, should be a fun break ahead here. So let's get into these boxes. Let's pull some fire on this Tuesday night. Before we get started, I want to give you guys a quick heads up on the other 2 breaks that are open at the moment. I should say 3 breaks. We have our $20 Tuesday break open. There are still some spots open in that. That is a 5-box break. It also includes a box of 06-07 Be a Player Portraits. We have 22-23 MVP Hobby, Ice Hobby, and then we got 2 23-24 blasters of Series 2 as we go Bedard hunting in those. So that's $20 a spot. We also have open our Platinum break, 2 different boxes for 2 different years. We got some 22-23 and 21-22 those are hobby boxes, and that is a random team break, okay? So random team, 4 boxes total, 2 of each year. And each spot taken in that will enter you to win a free spot in our next Bedard random team Young Gun Hunt. That I'm hoping to post up tomorrow. All right, so let's get that filled up. And yeah, let's have some more fun on this Tuesday night. If we fill these breaks, we'll break them following the snake draft break here. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with box number 1. And here again is the draft order in case you missed it. Brian, you are choosing first, buddy. You got spot 1. James is in spot 2. Brian 3. Rob 4. Scott has 5, 6, and 7. James 8. Dwayne 9. And Scott has the 10 spot. Okay, let's get into these. Back a little bit here. All right, let's pull some big autos here. There is potential for some big hits. I believe you can pull Ovi autos. I'm pretty sure there's some Crosbys. And would love to pull another one of the autos that has like 5 or 6 players on it. We pulled one of those a long time ago. Dwayne remembers that well. I think it was a 6-way auto. 6-way. That would be sick if we could do that. Just put those there. Okay, here we go. Number 1 coming up. Oh, nice. And it is a nice auto here. Starting it off on a high note. Hey, Josh, how are you, man? That was the original spot order. I was just using that to tag everybody, Dwayne. But if you go on the actual post where you see the video and the random, the spot was number 9. I just tagged the original spot list for everybody so they get the notification. Okay, we'll start with the pack first. Portrait Premieres Jan Stastny. Jan Stastny. Again, so these and one relic count as a pick, okay? And then we have the first exposures, Cam Barker, relic for the Hawks. Cam Barker. I'm doing all right, Josh. And here we go, everyone. Our first auto is a beauty. It is King Henrik for the Rangers. Henrik Lundqvist. Nice hit. Henrik Lundqvist for the Rangers. That is a nice card. Great way to start things off. All right, next up. And we got a bonus auto. We will take that for sure. Start with our pack. Portrait Premieres, Thomas Kopechki. And our relic is for Columbus, Gilbert Brule. First exposures, Gilbert Brule. First exposures. Gilbert Brule. All right, first auto. We will start here. It is a Milan Jurčina for Boston. Milan Jurčina. Signature portraits. And next up, a very solid player for a long time in the NHL. In a uni for the Minnesota Wild, it is Brian Ralston. Brian Ralston. Signature portraits for Minnesota. Brian Ralston. All right, and we're going to start this off with a nice one. Portrait Premieres, Malkin. Evgeny Malkin, Portrait Premieres. This one there. And our relic will be for the Montreal Canadiens. First exposures, Alexander Perezhogan. Alexander Perezhogan. The Habs, Perezhogan. And our next auto, another solid one, Brendan Morrow. Brendan Morrow. Very good player for the Stars for quite a few years. Brendan Morrow. Nice one there. And another, man, this is a nice box. We're getting some solid autos out of here. First up, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Portrait Premieres for the Sharks. And our relic is for the Red Wings, Valtteri Filppula, first exposures. Valtteri Filppula for the Wings. And a nice auto here, Shane Doan. Coyotes, great. Shane Doan. Nice card there. Shane Doan. 2 more to go. Yeah, I love ripping these boxes, Brian. Actually, we'll save that one because I think that's our multiplayer auto. All right, our portrait premieres. Thomas Kopechki. Who are you talking about, Brian? And for the Calgary Flames, we have a dual color first exposures. Eric Nystrom. First exposures, multicolor. Eric Nystrom for the Flames. And our auto is going to the Sharks. Jonathan Cheechoo. Shane Doan, he might be. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Jonathan Cheechoo, signature portraits for the Sharks. Yeah, he was a great player for a couple of seasons, and then he kind of dropped off. All right, here we go. Let's be a big one. All right, first up, Patrick Thoresen, portrait premieres for the Oilers. And for the Ottawa Senators, Andre Mazaros, first exposures. Andre Mazaros for the Sens. All right, our dual auto is going to be for the Florida Panthers, dual signature portraits, Olli Jokinen and Jay Bouwmeester. Not quite the auto I was hoping for there. A couple of solid veterans were in the NHL a long time. Bouwmeester and Olli Jokinen. That is box number 1. All right, box 2 coming up. All right. Oh, 1 second here. There we go. Right now, if I was drafting, I think I know what my first pick would be. I know that's going to change here. Oh, here comes a nice one. Here's one that I really appreciate. Yeah, that's very true, Brian. It's very true. But I love this stuff because this was my heyday, right? This is where I was growing up, really getting into hockey. Shea Weber, portrait premieres for the Preds. Shea Weber. Our first exposures, Brandon Buchenski. First exposures for the Hawks. And here comes one that I love for Vancouver. Signature Portraits, Roberto Luongo. That is a beauty. Roberto Luongo. Beaut. That might be the first Luongo I pulled, and I've opened a lot of these boxes. Beauty. Very nice. All right, let's keep it going. Well, we are keeping it going. With another goalie coming up here. Portrait premieres, Patrick Thoresen for the Oilers. And our relic is also going to the Oilers. First exposures, Brad Winchester. Brad Winchester. First exposures. Brad Winchester. And the next auto is a Ottawa Senators goalie, Martin Gerber. That is correct. I think that would be one of the first ones with him. Martin Gerber, signature portraits. Nice set. He was a solid goalie for a few years. Portrait premieres, Matt Carl for the Sharks. Matt Carl. And our relic, solid one for the Ducks, Corey Perry. Corey Perry. First exposures jersey. Corey Perry. And we have a double already. We've got another Brian Ralston. Brian Ralston, signature portraits for Mini. Brian Ralston. Wow, there's another nice one coming here. It is a goalie box. I like it. Jeremy Williams, portrait premieres for the Leafs. And our relic for the Avalanche, Wojtek Wolski, first exposures. Wojtek Wolski, first exposures. And a nice goalie auto. I really enjoyed watching him back in the day. Ole the goalie. Olaf Kolzig. Nice hit. For the Caps. Signature portraits, Olaf Kolzig. That's a nice one there. Olaf Kolzig. Nice hit. And we got our multiplayer auto again. We'll save that. All right, well, we've seen him already. It's not a double, but we have seen him. Here's a nice one. I appreciate this as a Canucks fan as well. Luc Bourdon. Portrait premieres. Luc Bourdon. I believe this would be a rookie year for him. And for the Predators, first exposures, Ryan Suter. Ryan Suter. First exposures, Ryan Suter. And next up, another Olli Jokinen. This one, just him. Signature portraits, Olli Jokinen. And here comes our multiplayer auto. Come on, let's be big. What do we got? First up, Jeremy Williams, portrait premieres for the Leafs. And here's a nice pull for the Washington Capitals. First exposures. This is second year. Alex Ovechkin. Nice hits. Alex Ovechkin. First exposures. Second year jersey card. That's a nice pull right there. Ovi. A little disappointed here, though. Another dual signature portraits of Jokinen and Bouwmeester. Our second back-to-back boxes with the exact same dual auto. That's not what I was hoping for here. Dual signature portraits, Jokinen and Bouwmeester. Well, I guess even back in 06, 07, Upper Deck's collation was not necessarily very good. Looks like they haven't really changed their ways. All right, here's a nice one. Mark Stewart, portrait premieres for Boston. And our relic, another Corey Perry, first exposures for the Ducks. Corey Perry. And here comes a nice auto, Marian Hossa. Marian Hossa. Nice one there. Very nice. That's a good one to pull. See if we can't get an Ovi. We got a double one here. We got a bonus auto. We will take it. Ian White, portrait premieres for the Leafs. For the Flyers, RJ Umberger, first exposures. RJ Umberger. First exposures for the Flyers. And our first auto for the Islanders, Tom Poti. Tom Poti for the Islanders. Portrait. Tom Poti. All right. Just give me 1 second here. 1 sec. Sorry, just had someone pick something up here. All right, let's keep going. Next one for the Blues, Lee Stempniak. This guy was around a long time, played on a lot of different teams. Lee Stempniak for the Blues. We are continuing our goalie Het Fest. Matt Carl, portrait premieres for the Sharks. And for the Flyers, first exposures, RJ Umberger. RJ Umberger for the Flyers. And our next goalie is a Boston goalie, Hannu Toivonen. Hannu Toivonen. Hannu Toivonen for Boston. Next up, Nigel Dawes, portrait premieres for the Rangers. Nigel Dawes. And our relic. Nice. First exposures, Sidney Crosby. There we go. Sidney Crosby. So we got one Ovi and one Crosby first exposures. Nice hit. Next up for the Sharks, Steve Bernier, also former Vancouver Canuck. Steve Bernier. For the Sharks. As usual, that second box is usually our dual, so we'll wait on that. All right, come on. No more dual portrait here. We don't want the same one again when we get there. Oh, here's a nice one. Certainly some solid single autos coming. Jarkko Immonen for the Rangers. And we have a Jeff Tambellini. First exposures for the Islanders. First exposures, Tambellini. And our next auto, one of the best D-men, I would say, all time, Brian Leetch. Brian Leetch. Nice hit for the Bruins. Signature portraits, Brian Leetch. That's a nice one. All right, time for our duel. Come on. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a little more like it for the duels. Louis Eriksson, portrait premieres. And another Jeff Tambellini for the Islanders. First exposures, Jeff Tambellini. Why can't we get doubles of Ovi and Crosby here? That's what we want. All right, here comes a nice one. Anaheim Ducks, two greats from the Ducks organization. John Sebastian Giguère and Scott Niedermayer. Very nice. J.S. Giguère and Scott Niedermayer. Two very, very good players. Very nice set. I like it. Really enjoyed watching Niedermayer play back in the day. right, come on, let's keep it going. More fire. All right, we got a bonus auto in this one to start. Nigel Dawes, portrait premieres. Our relic, Daniel Paille, first exposures for the Sabres. Daniel Paille. All right, first auto. Ed Jovanovski, Jovocop. Wrong uni. He belongs in a Canucks uni. Ed Jovanovski. My favorite all-time Canuck D-man. Jovocop. Nice hit. And another, this time not a relic. It is for Buffalo, Daniel Paille signature portraits. Daniel Paille with the Buffa Slug uni. Nice. Here comes another nice one. Brendan Bell, portrait premieres for the Leafs. And for Boston, 3-colored jersey. Milan Jurčina, first exposures. 3 colors on that swatch there. Milan Jurčina. Next up, nice pull for the Penguins. John LeClair, signature portraits. That's a nice one. John LeClair. That's a good hit. I believe this is going to be another Pens auto coming up here. Ian White, portrait premieres for the Leafs. And for the Avalanche, first exposures jersey, Peter Budaj. Peter Budaj, first exposures for the Avs. Peter Budaj. And it is Kobe Armstrong, now commentator for Sportsnet. Kobe Armstrong. And let's see that one. I think that's another duel coming up here. And here comes another nice auto. And another very, very, very good goalie for many seasons. First up, though, Guillaume Latendresse, portrait premieres. And a Ryan Whitney, first exposures for the Penguins. Ryan Whitney. And here we go. Nice auto coming up here for the Buffalo Sabres. Ryan Miller. Ryan Miller. Very nice pull. Ryan Miller. We'll take that. Another solid one here. Lots of former Canucks we're pulling tonight. Nigel Dawes, portrait premieres. And our first exposures, Eric Nystrom for the Flames. Eric Nystrom. And here we go. It is Thomas Vanek. Very good player. Quite a while in the NHL. Thomas Vanek. Bad. And here comes our duel. Come on. Not bad. Another solid one coming up here. Anze Kopitar. Portrait premieres. Kopitar. And our relic is going to go to the San Jose Sharks. Josh Georges. Josh Georges. First exposures. And here we go. Nice one for the Boston Bruins. Just retired. Patrice Bergeron and Brad Boyes. Not bad. Brad Boyes and Patrice Bergeron. Nice set. All right, we got one box left here. One box left. Come on, let's see if we can't pull an Ovi or a Crosby auto here. Come on. So following the break, what I will be doing, I'll be setting up that draft room. Like I said, I will post pictures of all the hits so everyone will see them. And then we can begin with the drafting, all right? All right, Paul Stastny portrait premieres for the Avs. And look at that, nice. Another first exposures, Sidney Crosby. Our second first exposures, Sidney Crosby for the Penguins. That's a nice set. Sidney Crosby. And a solid auto as well. We got an Eric Stahl signature portraits. Eric Stahl. Eric Stahl. And, well, we're getting another double here, but it's not a bad double to hit. Louis Eriksson, portrait premieres. And for the Montreal Canadiens, first exposures, Jan Denis. Jan Denis for Montreal, first exposures. And the auto is going to be John LeClair again for the Penguins. John LeClair for Pittsburgh. This next one is kind of a little disappointing. We got portrait premieres, Christopher Letang. Not because he's a bad player, but you'll see why in a moment. First exposures, Andre Mazaros for the Sens. Andre Mazaros. Our third, Brian Ralston, signature portraits. Come on, Upper Deck. 5 boxes. We got 3 of the same player here. Brian Ralston for Mini. solid one coming up here. Continuing with our goalie streak here. Lots of goalies coming. Luc Bourdon, Portrait Premiers, Canucks. And for the Flyers, Jeff Carter, first exposures. Jeff Carter, first exposures for the Flyers. And here we go, nice auto. Dwayne Roloson for the Oilers. Now, I like some of the goalie shots that they used for these. Nice shots on the photos. Dwayne Roloson, signature portraits for the Oilers. Nice one. All right, our duel. Another solid player. A long time in the NHL. We got a Portrait Premier, Jan Stastny. And for the Canes, first exposures, Cam Ward. First exposures, Cam Ward. And here we go. Nice auto here for Calgary. Alex Tanguay. Very good player for a long time. Alex Tanguay. Nice set. All right, our final card of the break. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining this. Come on, let's end this with a big one. Come on, come on. What do we got? And it is a nice one coming up here. I like it. A beauty coming up here. First up, Matt Carl, Portrait Premiers. And for the Rangers, first exposures, Henrik Lundqvist. First exposures, Lundqvist for the Rangers. And we are ending it, like I said, on a high note. Very nice card. Joe Sakic and Mike Modano, dual auto. Boom. Very nice pull. Joe Sakic and Mike Modano, dual signature portraits. Beauty. And there you have it, everybody. That is the break. Again, thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it. Fun rip here, as always. Love opening these boxes. I will shortly open that draft room. I'm going to take pictures of everything, and then the drafting can begin. Also, we still have some other open breaks. If we fill those up later this evening, I will be back, and we'll do some more breaking, okay? So let's get the other breaks filled up that we currently have open. If you'd like a tag for what we have open, let me know. I can certainly tag you. We have our 4-box O-Pee-Chee Platinum break. We have our $20 Tuesday break, and then we also, I think, have a couple spots left in our 23-24 Series 2 Hobby Modified Pick Your Team break. I think there's a couple left there. Yeah, I think so, Rob. But there are some other nice pulls there that are available. So there's going to be some nice hits available. Again, thank you so much, everyone. And we'll hopefully see you guys again later this evening. Cheers.